Hey!
Hey!
How are you? Before I leave, I want to engage in a little bit of a First Amendment protected activity. I want to protest out here, but I don't want to give them an opportunity to kick me off the courthouse property.
You. What up? I was inside. So, bunch of BS. They're talking about bail right now. It's lost. Yep.
Hey! Ho, ho! Douglas has to go! 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 There's a little 1A for y'all. Hey! Ho, ho! The DA has to go! Hey! Ho, ho! The DA has to go! Hey! Ho, ho! The DA has to go!
That's sheep show.
So, there's a little First Amendment there for you here, people. I never want to miss an opportunity to exercise my First Amendment right to freedom of speech and to speak out against corrupt government. I was on your side for a long time, Sheriff Dykes. For a long time I was on your side, Sheriff Dykes, but there's just too much. There's just too much for me to overlook. There's way too much for me to overlook. I got complaints against your officers, your deputies that have gone ignored. We have your deputies lying on official reports, lying on the stand, making false statements. That's your Deputy Mora Dykes. We have your other deputy handcuffing me, stuffing me in the back of the police car, just based on an unconfirmed allegation by the superintendent of the city of Adelanto School District. You have no reason to believe that I was violent. You have no reason to believe that I had any weapons. You have no reason to believe that I was dangerous. That you put me in those torture cuffs and you stuffed me in the back of a police car. Only to let me out later and say, well, you didn't commit any crime. You didn't do anything wrong. That was your Deputy Dykes that did that. I got your Deputy Ramos, who likes to violate the rights of First Amendment auditors, who violated the rights of High Desert Community Cop Watch and then went out there and violated my rights in a most disgusting, despicable manner, try to kick me out of a Walmart parking lot because he said I was interfering with an investigation because I was driving around the parking lot? Are you kidding me? Driving around the parking lot of a Walmart is somehow interfering with an investigation? Did you watch that video, Dykes? I encourage you to watch that live stream, Sheriff Dykes, because I haven't heard from you. The complaint's been filed on your officer. It's been ignored. I supported you for a long time, Sheriff Dykes. I overlooked a lot from your agency and from your department. I can't overlook anymore. I tried to be as fair and as unbiased as I possibly could with you. We have your deputies in Rancho Cucamonga who ignored my pleas for help when I was calling for them to come and address a criminal act that occurred at the location. They ignored me. They ignored my pleas for help. What about arrest, Sheriff Dykes? What about an arrest for the pastor who took my cell phone from his
Jeff M. What up?
lied to your deputies in the report? He said that I dropped my
It's a
cell phone
protest.
on the floor. He was minding
About 8 people get in jail for a lot of stuff. It's not true.
It clearly shows him wrestling my phone off of my camera.
So there's 8 people arrested for they help the street vendors. Then they trying to incarcerate them. No, the people who help the street vendors. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You want to make a big deal about a guy who throws piss at somebody and yet voluntarily kneels on his knees and asks for forgiveness, but yet you completely look the other way when I'm viciously attacked by multiple people at a church. You completely ignored my pleas for help. What about High Desert Church over here, where that security guard wrestled my phone out of my hand and we were fighting over my phone? Where's my justice? Where's the arrest? Where's the no bail hold? Why didn't Mora cite and release me? Why didn't Mora
Jack in the Box.
take me to jail and book me
What
in
up?
jail for 12 hours? What about your deputy, Sergeant Burns and Campos, who arrested me for disturbing the peace? Calvary Chapel in Hesperia. What about that? Those bogus BS charges that, thank God, the district attorney wasn't stupid enough or crazy enough to file on. Disturbing the peace? Are you out of your mind? Are you stupid? Yet it didn't stop him from arresting me, locking me up in jail for 12 hours. That's your department, Sheriff Dykes.
Cali Poppy, we're back. I was inside the court.
3 times your deputies put their hands on me, put me in torture cuffs for crimes that I did not commit. Your county, all of these incidents of misconduct, violations of my civil rights, they all fall on your watch. They all fall at your feet, Sheriff Dykes. Can't support you anymore. I'm giving you every opportunity. I've been doing this 2 years. I've given you every opportunity. You put a threat assessment on me, and you posted at every single sheriff's department in San Bernardino County a threat assessment on me. I walk into a sheriff's department and right behind the
So
counter,
Bernardino look like they're coming out.
That's your department, Sheriff Dykes. I'm not the threat. I've never threatened a sheriff's deputy in my entire life. I've never tried to hurt a police officer in my entire life. I've never fought a police officer in my entire life. I've never put my hands on a police officer in my entire life. I've never pushed a police officer in my entire life. I've never spit on a police officer in my entire life, and I've never resisted a police officer in my entire life. I'm not the dangerous one, Sheriff Dykes, that needs a threat assessment. You're the dangerous one that needs the threat assessment. Because you had an apartment full of cops who are abusing their authority and using violence against us, me, putting us in jail for crimes that we did not commit. You're the one that needs the threat assessment. Matter of fact, I should make one up and stick one in every freaking post office in California. A threat assessment for you, Sheriff Dykes. I'm gonna have to go home and pray that you don't come kicking my door and serve a warrant on me because I dared exercise my First Amendment rights. I pray to God, and it's only God who can protect me from the likes of you and your department. It's only God who can protect me from the likes of you and your department. Because if anybody from command staff in your department says, here's a warrant, go out and get him, it doesn't matter whether or not you believe I'm innocent or guilty, you're going to come out and get me. So it's only God who can protect me from the likes of you and from your department. How's that, all you San Bernardino County? How does that even work? How does that even work? How does that even work? All you blue line cocksucking, blue line worshiping, fake Americans. How do you do that knowing that the only thing that it would take, and I'm talking to the conservative guy, I'm talking to the conservative, I'm talking to the Republicans, I'm talking to, as Rosenberg puts it, I'm talking to the Congress. How do you support and defend an agency that as soon as they're given the word, as soon as they're given the order, are going to be booting down your doors and taking your guns away from you? That's the only thing that they lack, is the order. The only thing that has stopped the government from kicking down your door, the government that you worship, from kicking down your door and taking the Second Amendment rights away from you, is an order to do it. Because trust me, they'll all do it. They'll all gladly follow the order. They'll all gladly follow the order. You don't believe me? I got 2 words for you. Hurricane Katrina. You don't believe it? Only thing missing is the order. You don't believe me that can happen in America anytime, any place? I got 2 words for you. Hurricane Katrina. There was a activist group that was born out of that disgusting behavior in the state of Louisiana. They were called the Oath Keepers. And they made a pact that they would never carry out an unconstitutional order like that. They were all the government that you worship, the government that you praise, the government that you bow down to, that you kneel to, they were quick to disband that organization. Real quick. And listen, for the record, I'm going to put this out here for the record just to be fair. Just to be fair. I've met a lot of good deputies in this county. Recently, since I've started First Amendment auditing, I've met a lot of decent deputies. I met a lot of decent deputies. I could just tell these people are decent human beings. And they're out here in an effed up system, working for an effed up department, trying to do the best that they possibly can, just trying to survive. They're trying to come out here, do the right thing, fly under the radar, keep their nose as clean as they possibly can, and do as much good as they possibly can in the system that's completely and totally effed up. I've met a lot of them. So I don't, just in all, I don't want to call every single San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy with a quote. Because some of you are some pretty decent people. I've met you, I've seen you. And it's a shame. It's a shame. But the fact of the matter is, that as long as there are bad cops in your ranks, you will continue to receive the hate, criticism, and the disdain that you do not deserve for the actions of others. It's just the way it is. It's just the way that it is. It's just the way that it is.
You can hear Shape Show on here.
And I'm sorry that you have to, same thing with the church. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Santi look like I say 60%. I don't know if they're gonna review all the A people.
Religious talk. Some might find my religious.
They check for Mr. Lujan, Mrs. Lujan, River. Where's the other guy? I don't know the name of the other guy.
To SGV and PLA on behalf of my disgusting brothers and sisters in Christ and the way that those people have treated me. And that goes for anybody that's ever audited any church of Jesus Christ that has been treated poorly. I apologize. In the name of Christ, for the way that you were treated by my brothers and sisters. Deplorable. Deplorable. Disgusting.
I see a lot of BS on the district attorney side. A lot of BS. It doesn't match, but for what they talking about, all the proof of all the evidence. There's something disgusting I see in that courtroom. That's why.
The world would yell crucify him all over again? Of course they would. Of course they would. Many of the people from the church would make
EdgarTheCopWatcher. What up, what up, what up?
getting the power from the devil.
Yeah.
Miracles by the power of the devil.
What I see here is a retaliation because what they discover about San Bernardino, Victorville, is a bunch of BS with the sheriff. That's why they're mad. They're trying to get these guys. They do something wrong, but you know they have the right to get bail.
I'm sorry that there are some decent men and women in the San Bernardino County. Because of the actions of one in leadership and the actions of someone who plays it. And I try.
Yeah.
I try. Do my best
You see a lot
to treat
of guys commit a murder and they get bail.
with the same energy, the same respect that they treat me with. I will continue to try. I don't always succeed at it because sometimes I'm angry. Sometimes they've earned the hate as a department. A lot of times these guys get hung up, you know.
The district attorney is claiming they are a risk for the community. Then one of the lawyers, I believe it was the Lujan lawyer, said if they're risk for the community, why the community is here for them.
Amongst the ranks of
Yeah, bunch of BS. That's why. That's why I come out. Norwood Press. No, they're talking about bail right now. So hola.
used them. I have my cell phone bag.
Who's the ship show? The guy just talking about his.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Well, it shouldn't be an excuse.
Julio, ¿qué hubo?
The whole concept of qualified immunity is that if the law hasn't been clearly established, then we can expect the officer to know every single law and every single court case. And how to properly apply every single
Right, Patricia?
Therefore, we must immunize them from prosecution for quote unquote reasonable So, not knowing the law is a defense. And oftentimes,
Saludos, Julio. Saludos.
the defense attorney will have a
So
in there.
I had 2 cases with my daughter.
The vehicle code, the health
2 guys in different times. They steal my daughter's phone. We call the police. I don't like to call the police, but that happened at school. Then the police don't do anything. So the second time is like last week. So I told my daughter, don't call the police. Leave it like that. They not gonna do anything. So the good thing, I have her phone with my phone. You know, you can find the phone. We find my phone and all those things, those tools, and we find the phone. So we had the phone. I resolved the problem of the crime very fast. That's why I don't trust the police anymore. Sorry guys, I cannot talk very clear. I have, I'm sick and not yet. They're talking about it right now. But it doesn't surprise me if they don't get bail today. Yeah, the thing is, if you take the if we do that, which that happened in Mexico, if you do something, people is gonna go and find you. They're gonna take the yeah. The thing right here, I think about my family. There's a lot of stuff I see with this corrupt system. Right, 9:51 news now. Yeah, I hear if nothing happened here, they're gonna take the case to to federal court. So this is not over, right?
Going down a hill, and your brakes go out. You have a mechanical failure in your car. There's no possible way that you can stop that car or slow that car down because you're not fixed it. You have a mechanical problem with your car and you're speeding going down a hill because you lost your brakes. Strict liability says, so what? You're guilty. Did you exceed the speed limit? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, you're guilty. Because you don't need criminal intent to do it in strict liability crimes. Another big one is statutory rape. If you meet some girl at a club and she is fine as wine, you know, and I don't understand how it goes. Listen to me, I'm totally and completely on you. I promise you this. I promise you I am totally on you.
Yeah.
But however it goes, you swipe right or you swipe left.
There's a lot of rumors about that, but who knows?
You swipe right or you swipe left and you guys hook up. And you know, this girl, she looks over 18, that's over 18, she's over 18. And everything about her says she's over 18. You still want to like, you know, think that because you don't want to get hemmed up. So you say, show me your ID. That's a deal breaker right there. You ask them to show you your ID. I don't know if that ends the deal right there or not. Really, listen, I've been doing this for like 36, 37 years, so I don't know. But, you say, listen, I just want to be safe. I want to make sure that you're of legal age. I just want to make sure everything's on the up and up. And she shows you her ID when she's 19. That's good. Shows your ID, shows your driver's license, shows your college ID. College ID's got to do the first time for it. But anyways, you are absolutely 100%.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome also.
Reporting strict liability, you're guilty. It doesn't matter if you checked her ID. It doesn't matter if you checked her birth certificate. It doesn't matter if you asked her friends. It doesn't matter if you asked her parents. It doesn't matter if you saw.
Hello, about Brooks.
None of that matters. Strict liability says you are guilty. You had human force with somebody underage, 18 years old. Even if you had no criminal intent and you did everything in your power to verify that this girl is over 18.
Oh, I'm hungry.
There's a glaring difference between cops who have.
If I'm hungry, I get angry. Somebody said like that.
They can't hold them liable for civilly liable for civil rights violations unless the law has been clearly established. To the way the
No news, no news. Not yet.
We're guilty whether we meet the rule or not. Well, that's good. That's very good and very prudent advice. It's very good and very prudent advice.
You're changing my name. It's okay. I'm Eric now. Where's my lunch?
We have equal justice in this country. That's just not true. We have abandoned equal justice. We have abandoned the rule of law. We have abandoned our common.
Do you know, guys, the best Mexican food is Taco Bell in the U.S. I hear that one. Thank you guys, much love and respect. Freaking hungry.
say, I don't care. I don't care what the law says. I'm the mayor, and this chief of police is going to do what I tell him to do. I don't give a rat's ass about the Constitution, Mr. Holding.
Not in America.
I don't give a rat's ass about case law. Then he has a civil rights attorney there saying, if you kick me out, I am going to sue you, and I'm going to sue him. And the mayor says, I don't care.
No, when I'm drunk, I take a pozole or menudo.
Our leaders have to come. Now the mayor doesn't have
Both. When I'm hungry, I get angry,
all the power when he can
or the other way around.
and the entire police department per se to do anything he wants them to do, whether it's constitutional or unconstitutional. That's third world country stuff right there. That's third world country stuff.
Brandon, oh my God.
That's police state stuff.
When I'm hungover,
I don't care about the law because the police chief is in my pocket and he'll do whatever I tell him to do. And as a matter of fact,
hangover.
if he arrest you in violation of your civil rights, it still doesn't matter because not only is the
Let me sit down.
the judge is in my back pocket and will do what he thinks I want him to do. Because that's how we roll. Judge scratches my back, and I scratch his
Me
back.
too.
And when it comes time for me to get reelected as mayor, the judge scratches my back a little more. And when it comes time for the judge to get reelected, I scratch the judge's back. That's how it works.
Nacho fries.
And that's dangerous. That's really, really dangerous. I have 137 people who I love and appreciate because you're fighting against that. You're fighting against that. You're doing something. I came up with an analogy. It doesn't really get my whole, my son gets it. My son really understands what I'm doing, but he's like, but the risk, you could go to jail. We could lose our house.
Algo bien.
We could lose our home. We could lose our livelihood. We could end up homeless on the street if we go to jail, Dad. The risks that you're taking. That's why I say F you, people that tell me that I'm doing this for clicks and views. And my heart is not in this. Because I have any idea. I did everything.
Look at views.
I did everything.
Nacho in Canoga Park. Yeah, that's good also.
And my son is like, I just can't get over the difference. And you know the government is putting
I love dogs. Amo los perros.
accountability. You know that they can falsely arrest you without any accountability.
I said this, the more I know the people, the more I love my dog.
Worshiping sheep that are going to convict you of these crimes. So why would
Right,
you go out there and
Patricia?
do it? That's my son's position. You're not going to fix it. You're not going to change it. You're not going to make it better.
Yeah. Gatos too, but not like the dog, not like perros.
I was in that place. Some people say it's a vision, but mine wasn't a vision. It was just more of a public thought.
His name is Guapo. I have a dog in Mexico. My dad named it Sin Calzones. Then you know what happened when you scream to the dog and when he's barking to a person. he screamed, déjalo sin calzones.
Those people were going to be able to put out that fire. But there were innocent women and children and men in that house that were trapped in there. So even though it was hopeless, even though it was pointless, they wouldn't stop
Yeah.
on that burning house. Even though it was fully engulfed in flames,
I'm
and the
freaking
odds are that
cansado. I'm tired.
they didn't give up hope. They wouldn't stop trying. And I was in that rank of people passing down the buckets of water to pour on that fire on that house that was fully engulfed. And ever since that day, I was able to tell my son,
Yep.
when I die, I want to know.
I came a little bit late. I arrived around 9 9:30.
Maybe I did put
Yeah.
everything, my whole livelihood,
But I here
on
the
line.
whole day.
I risked it all.
The good thing tomorrow is Saturday.
Stupidly. But maybe I did risk it all, but I want to know that I did what I could to help who I could. And that I didn't just sit back and do nothing. What's that quote from Edmund Burke? The only thing necessary for prosperous is to do nothing. I want to know. Did I try? Did I do something that I could try? I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that what we're doing is never going to have any impact whatsoever.
Right, Manuel?
I think that
It's already 1 month.
I think the police will justice. I really do believe that. I think it's
Gregory.
time.
What up?
Going, but I believe there are judges in courts who still believe in the free of laws, who are still going to pass laws. How many laws have we recently had passed in the state of California that our legislature has enacted to
No, not yet, Gregory.
passing all kinds of laws. We have 148G, which, yeah, I get it. That one's been being trampled on, and we're not really seeing the benefits.
I know, Manuel.
It's a sign that the legislature is aware of the justices are aware of the tricks of government to fight against transparency, to fight against accountability. And we're and all they have to do is on the law on workers on the state of California, and it's slowly but surely. We have the jaywalking law. We got rid of that. Now all we need.
Who, me?
Listen, if anybody, if I ever, a lot of these
Or this
people
case?
affiliated with this case, they're activists at the legislative level. They are activists that have lobbied the legislature for laws. And I have a message
Oh, yeah, for sure.
to help me,
Retaliation.
my posterity.
That's what I'm saying.
Any of you are in, because earlier I told my mods to be winning. So if there are any of you in here, I'm going to put this out here for you. And in the event that there is a legislature, a California legislature, or a lawyer in the state of California that's browsing through his YouTube channel and happens to I'm going to put
I don't know, so. I don't know about that.
Existing police officer needs a fix, needs to get fixed. Because that is the number one thing corrupt law officials do to arrest people that are not guilty of any crime. And at a community non-physical obstruction does not violate that section. And you need to put in there what you put in the trespassing. That section is not intended to impugn the right of any person exercising a constitutional right under the United States Constitution or the California Constitution. And you need to take that sledgehammer away from law enforcement. Because it is a sledgehammer, it's in their hands, they're clobbering everybody on the that. People are being incarcerated for crimes they commit, they're being injured, and they're being killed. So I have a message for you, California legislature. That vague penal code, extremely vague penal code, it results in so many arrests in this state, and so many injuries, and a certain number of deaths.
Yeah, I agree with you, Manuel. When you have something solid and you have proof, that's when you can say, this is the guy who's saying something, or this is the guy who's turning the table against these people. No, if you don't have any proof. If you have proof, but I don't get it when you say rat. I talk with my daughter about that, because they don't. It's like in high school or middle school. If it's somebody is taking drugs into the school, they don't want to say who's doing that. They say they're not a snitch. But at the same time, those guys, if it is over 18, they committing a crime. So I talk a lot about that with my daughter. I hope so, Julio.
Because enough people died for you to get around to fixing it. You need to fix the other one before more people die. Because enough people have died. Enough people have been falsely arrested. Enough people have been falsely convicted. Myself included. You need to fix it.
Yeah.
Cynthia from 6-month membership. Rosie, thank you for 2 months. Fun level. What's up, hold on.
Yeah, I talk a lot about that. They used to use that, don't be a snitch, but sometimes it's not good. I said that. Thank you, Barbara Rogers. I don't know why you don't have.
Chipping away and using the video to show that, and he came out and said it, that some of these witnesses were lying. They're liars. They're lying on the stand. He didn't use the phrase that they're making mistakes, that they recounted the incident wrong. He's not called them liars. The witnesses, the victims, quote unquote victims. He said he's going to revisit bail this afternoon, ask for bail again.
Yep.
He says that if they're denied bail, he's going to go and reach out to some other courts to see.
Now that's a long time ago, like 40 years ago. Yeah, I know him in person. For me, he's a good guy. Everybody has their own opinion.
right now, they're still in the courtroom. They're going to address bail again at the end of the day. Christian Contreras, I believe, is still in Riverside attorney. He wasn't here today.
High school.
So yes, Christian Contreras still in the attorney. And so far today, it's pretty much more the same. There's a lot more protesters out here. I do want to make kind of a point. Hopefully they're like that, black shirt, brown sleeves. I've seen him here before. But most of the other people I've never seen here before, and I've been here. And so I'm wondering, who are you? Now, of course, I'm not going to walk up and challenge them.
Let's get this straight also. I don't think they're friends. What? Oh. Oh my God.
So, I was just wondering who they were. I mean, I heard that Edgar was talking about, somebody was talking about cloud chasing earlier today.
Yeah. That's
Were they telling that to you?
no.
No, they were saying it to somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sent in the chat, but
Oh, they were saying in the chat.
yeah, but I don't care about that. They can talk
Were they
whatever.
telling you were a cloud chaser?
Nah, nah. Everybody in the chat know me.
Yeah, but I mean, the word cloud chaser has been thrown out here today. I'm just wondering, all those people that I've never seen before in my entire life have not been here, as far as I can tell, in any of the other. We want to talk about cloud chasers. We want to talk about piggybacking on somebody else's.
Gregory.
Somebody else's kindness. Oh yeah?
Yeah, I know. I know, Shake. Shout out to Ship Show. Yep, right there. Damn, 4:10 already? Yeah. I believe everything ends at 4:30. When I was inside high school, they were talking about bail. It's like wait for.
It's not their physical evidence. That's a
No, it's adjudicated. It's done. How can they keep it?
impossible. They want you to look all
You're welcome, also.
try to keep his phone. When he went to go pick it up in Huntington Park, PD, they didn't want to give him his phone because that was considered evidence. Considered evidence. evidence. How the fuck is something considered evidence? It has nothing to do with the case.
But it's different. Well, your case is pending. One's adjudicated. Right.
Exactly.
So even if it was evidence then, it's not happening.
Very true.
Is that your first short?
You know, I'm sick. I was there for like an hour and a half, but I was coughing a lot, and I decided to come out. I didn't hear if somebody's gonna get bail, but they were talking about that.
Yeah, he's all, you know me? I was like, I've been fucking knowing that I actually shot fucking audience with you. I didn't recognize you because you had
A lot of BS from the
that's why.
district attorney. A lot of BS I hear.
I don't know.
Yep.
For all you gringos out there, it's not pedo, it's pedo. Say pedo. They used to call me pedo all the time, but not because I smell, but because I was always drinking.
Yeah, you're fucking Mexican, bro.
Yeah, I was born in this. I am Mexican. Like I know, like the whole Mexican culture. Like how come Mexican girls, like so many Mexican girls get pregnant? Because the teachers tell them to go home and do their essays.
Okay, show.
You're the only one that can say that because you're cool.
Because I'm part Mexican. I'm half Mexican.
Yeah.
My last name is fucking.
No, it ain't.
Yeah,
It's urban.
no, it's just.
Chanduli. What happened to Chanduli?
Go ask the deputies. What's that fat guy's name? They'll tell you.
No.
They like to dox me.
When that happens, you know what I'm going to say? I pressed the fifth.
They come out here all the time.
Yeah, I know. Nahang or wherever is your name.
So you could read, so you could go Wolverine.
Where did you bought that?
Amazon?
I'm interested on getting one.
The monopod?
Dude, you have Channel 7's freaking camera and you don't know how to get a
Body
Amazon,
cam?
bro.
The body cam?
Yeah, Amazon. They have my other body cam too. My phone, they have my phone, they have a Sony camera, they have my cell phone, they have a Sony camera, they have my body cam and my monopod.
I just said your name, nomás dije su nombre.
Like, how is my body cam, how is my monopod evidence?
Yeah, qué gusto. That's my name on Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
What are you on IG?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Oh,
Pac-Man.
sweet.
I'm
I think I
Serrano.
heard somebody call you that in chat, but I didn't know who they were talking about.
Serrano. 562.
Serrano? Okay. I think I follow you.
Yeah, you follow me.
Yeah, he follows me too.
You're on my lives a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. I think it's my Instagram name, Lumbis Observer.
I just sent you a request right now. I made a photo.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, try not to say my name like when we're in photo. Like, again, like my name is Edgar.
Everybody knows my name.
Más puto.
Más bruto.
Más puto,
I guess
hey.
I'm whitewashed.
To Serrano. High school say hi to Serrano.
Who?
High school audit.
Look at that one's probably.
Ice Cold Audits, what up? Is it her? Shout out.
Is it her? Is it her? It was her.
Oh yeah, they're going around to the back. Yeah. They're picking them up already. Yeah. That one goes to West Valley right there. That one.
Was that where they're at? Are they still in
two,
High Desert?
two of them are in West Valley. 2 of them are in Glen Helen, and 3 of them are right there at Atlanta.
All right, let's rescue them. Come on, let's go rescue them.
4:15.
I'm really feeling it, fool. I really.
Yeah, it should be ending.
Q, as my mother used to say.
Okay, well, what? I'll make you a deal, dude. You go there and get your phone for once you get there.
Right?
Deal?
Only if
He
you lay
said-
down in front of the bus. If you lay down in front of
It's
the
a good
bus, it stops.
sacrifice. It's a good sacrifice. It's a good.
I remember you, Ice Co Audit.
You know what I mean? I'll take that.
He said I don't remember
If
him.
any law enforcement is listening, that's satire.
It's the Bluey. I remember him.
That's satire.
No, that way they don't believe you.
No. Es no verdad.
Sick ass vato. Es un pecador. Pecador. Pecador, bro. Sick ass vato. Let's salt check this here. Hey, let's salt check Cheap Show. Salt check Cheap Show. You ain't down with that. You know?
No, es porque tengo my handicap placard, so I don't have to wear high socks.
Oh, well,
There you go,
can
man,
put the
you're
camera
down.
in there if you want. Go. Look,
Oh, look, he's like
a little bit down.
he's media.
No,
Half down.
He's half down. He's half down, man. Shit.
Half down,
Not
man.
fully, but half.
Yeah, they told me. I looked it up. I looked it up on hoodrules.com, and they were
Oh,
like,
you know who I saw?
if you're handicapped, you don't have to get down with the songs.
Yeah.
You know who I saw? Esme, I was saying the shirt earlier.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, she's a fan follower. Like, I like that. I was like this. So big. I was like that. So big. You know, I was. I don't know what he means, man. I'm probably by myself. I'm saying. When I get home, that's when I temptation.
Throw the trash. That bus ride to LA County Jail? You think so? I don't think so. So this is a different county.
I wonder if my soda still works. You take a sip?
Thank you for always being here, my peeps. How's Alcor say it?
Yeah.
Alcor say it. How's Alcor say it? Like Eli say it? My peeps, say word. Yerd. Yerd. Say word. Yerd. Say word. Say word, my peeps. Yerd.
Oh, man. Classic.
No good for Oso Blanco.
I never, ever, ever get to the movie and go and try to record it. I'll be like slow. They'll be like, what the hell is happening? I'm like, you gotta think it over again. But we gotta take it for
I'm not gonna spend a dime in this county. I'm gonna go to Long Beach. I have some taquitos over there, not here. The good thing I buy my breakfast there in Long Beach before I get into the freeway. No, I'm sick. I don't smoke. I don't drink a lot.
Oh, that's AAA.
On the way here,
So listen, for those of you that haven't figured it out, specific groups of people. I'm here fighting for the rule of law. I'm here fighting for people's justice.
I don't smoke. I only drink when it's a special occasion, like we had the dinner for my daughter. I drink some few drinks, and that's it. That's why I'm in good health. We don't know, and they're gonna come out like in 7 minutes.
But here's a little pocket constitution. I don't know, but I'm thinking that no bail is an excessive bail. I don't think anybody can raise your hand if you can afford no bail. Can anybody afford no bail? I don't know bail. I get it. I don't think anybody can afford no bail. I think there's every example of bail is no bail. Because no bail is the same as $1 trillion bail. Thank you. Who that? Who that?
Who that? Yard.
SC Yard? SC Wendy Camacho, thank you. I appreciate it. Halo, we know how Halo feels about the situation. We know. I know how Halo feels about the situation. Halo. Say it loud and say it proud. It's your right, my friend. It's your right, my friend. I ain't got no hate for Halo. Nothing but love for Halo.
I think so, Manuel.
That's right. That's wrong. Halo, listen. Halo, I know you don't give a rap. Listen, I know you don't give a rap, but I gotta know. I know you don't care, Halo. But I gotta know. Because our friendship is gonna freaking, this is gonna affect our friendship. So I gotta know.
We're still waiting for that to hear that if it's yes or no. Stay tuned. They're gonna come out in any minute.
Hey, look, root beer float, yes or no? We gotta know. The chat needs to know. The world needs to know. Yeah! Hell yeah! Brother from another mother. Hell yeah! See? That's why I got nothing but love for him. I got love for you.
Manuel.
What sane person doesn't like root beer float?
Me.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm a sinner for that. I'm a sinner for that.
Scared me.
I'm a sinner for that.
I thought you were like an alien from another planet.
I mean, I am alien. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, you know
It's
what I
like
mean?
saying tiger out there.
Tiger. Yeah, say tiger. Instigator, man. Instigator. Instigator show. This man has more freaking views than
Barbara Rogers, you know what though? If you're, listen, you can't get to my, listen, you cannot have an ass of my girth without learning how to overcome some of those obstacles. So if you take like probiotics before you eat a root beer float, you're good, man.
Tells them
You
like
take
it
a
is,
couple
baby.
probiotics, because even if you're like a little bit lactose intolerant, the probiotics will help you, and then you can get down with the root beer float, and you don't have to be like, oh, you don't have to have bubble gut all night. I hate bubble. You don't need that bubble gut. You can take a couple probiotics, or if you do some fiber, like some Metamucil, use some fiber and then have those are fat people.
You want to say hi to my guy?
That's top secret fat people info right there.
Give them the secret, the chia seed.
The chia seed.
Give them the chia seed. The flax seed. The chia seed and the flax seed.
The chia seed, or sometimes my wife she'll be like, you want a tea? She always, everything, I'm like, oh fuck, I hit my nail with a hammer.
No.
You want some chamomile
No,
tea?
only private.
I freaking sprained my ankle.
Not the fake media. I don't see it. Fake media.
Chamomile tea is like, but like, I'm gonna have a root beer float. So like, you need to drink some chamomile tea.
I think oh, you don't have him at night? I want to do some clown.
I mean, if you're watching this, I'm just feeling
They're still in court at this point. Yeah, they're still out here.
Not the
Says
cloud.
Jack in
Hey,
box.
look what Carmen said. Not the cloud. They just trying to make it. I always mess
Cloud?
around.
Carmen, who's Carmen? One of my family members is Carmen. I want to see if it's something in my family. This might be the familia right there.
She's a supporter.
That's true.
Day one.
We were talking to him last time.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck. Washington. Oh, look at Yayo.
Salt check. Oh, damn. You want to answer that? Yayo? He said you're down to check, you're down to salt check, cheap show?
But I got my card.
Hey.
My right. See, he's got that immunity.
Sick ass
He got the high sun. Yeah, he's got that immunity. He's a down-ass vato. Look at his beard.
Look at his, hey, look
He's
at
a
the beard.
down-ass
Man.
vato. Hey, show him the brocha.
La rocha, no.
Ah, look at that. Hey.
Go inside and tell them to hurry up. They're coming. They're coming.
Oh.
Mrs. River. Yeah, I know.
We're having a little fun right here.
They're making fun of my little socks. They're saying, you know what they say about little socks?
They're prolonging it till, I don't know when, they're scheduling. Court was dismissed, but they're in there with the lawyers arguing for the reschedule of the continuance of the bill.
So they weren't even able to get to it. Yeah.
No. All the lawyers did their arguments, what's it called, the rebuttal against the prosecutor.
Yeah.
But then the last lawyer asked him, his argument was a question to the prosecutor, why was that on the same date that they got bail denied, did a child molester who had sex with a 14-year-old and given a $500,000 bail.
Yeah. Right.
And that's where it ended. They didn't even let the prosecutor answer. They said they'll reschedule and continue that.
And you know that it's no accident that they scheduled this for a Friday, right?
Yeah.
I'll be here on Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's next Friday. They're gonna schedule it right now.
So, let me get off.
Do you know whether or not have they been offered any deals from the prosecutor? Have they been approached with any deals yet from the prosecutors?
No.
Not yet.
All I know is that maybe that same week that River was booked in, he was taken to the, I don't know where he was taken to, but basically
Definitely not me.
there's like, yeah, you can request next week. Will
No,
you agree to
they're
talk for a deal?
gonna push it to another
David
date.
said no.
What-
Everything
why-
you need to know
what are you
is
doing? Like,
what
are
you
they
have.
really-
They didn't want to rule today because
No.
it
And
looked
so
like
they're
the
like, we'll think
judge
about it, we'll come back next week and
might be like
never
really
came back.
wanting to reconsider.
Was that the day he was arrested?
That was
So
the
it's
same
kind of a
Same
good
week?
suck.
Yeah.
And it was a
At least
detective
all the
involved.
attorneys
It was
on
two
this
detectives,
should
yeah.
talk,
Okay.
and then
They never came back.
the judge doesn't want to make a
But by
ruling
this time,
today. Like
they
he
had
feels like,
retained
don't
counsel.
rush me. Let me
Yeah.
think about this.
Them coming back.
Type deal.
Ojalá just be like this, like ojalá y sí, like, porque, like
See, if they would have,
todos
if they
decían
would
que
have,
que sí,
in my opinion,
sí quería,
if they would have still had been with the public defender, they would
yeah,
have.
let's give him a chance. Like, what
They
did
would have offered him a deal.
they put,
The public defender would have said,
That's what they were requesting.
"That's a pretty good deal. I think you should take that deal."
Yeah.
And then he'd be freaking screwed. Like, no
Bro.
coming back from the deal.
Yeah.
Because they lawyered up. And they had actual, you know,
right now.
attorneys representing
Like when you
them.
get like, yeah, you used to relax.
The lawyers destroyed the John 1's credibility,
Oh, let me go say hi to this dude.
so they trashed it.
Was he on the stand today? Or were they just talking about the evidence that was submitted
The
previously?
evidence that was submitted during the preliminary hearing.
I got you.
They argued how they state that their videos are manipulated by the sheriff Akers, and yet they have the whole 5 days of the preliminary hearing, and none of those full videos that they have were shown.
Yeah.
They were just destroying every argument the prosecutor made, and now we're left hanging.
And if you could tell me, were you able to maybe gauge by facial expressions maybe or comments that was made? How did the judge seem to you? Did she seem like she was being fair and receptive, or did she seem
So it was a
one-sided?
him this time. The
Oh,
first
he?
time we
Okay.
get a guy. I feel like he was very receptive. He was questioning everything that the lawyers were arguing, not in a bad way, more as in like trying to find out exactly what,
I'm gonna try.
trying to discredit and such thing. I do feel he was being non-biased. He was being fair, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, do you remember his name? I don't remember. I looked it up this morning before I left and I forgot.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. No, it's all BS.
I have it up. I forgot. Well, that's good news. It would be probably a good thing if
John Wilkerson.
Well, that's not the DA's not Wilkerson.
No, that is
Wilkinson.
Wilkinson.
Okay. Judge John Wilkerson, DA Wilkinson. And did you already tell me when they postponed it to? Or
No, they are in their rescheduling.
they're rescheduling now, so you'll find out when
Yeah.
they come out.
Yeah, when the lawyers come out.
And that's something that they've done outside of the presence of they cleared the courtroom first while they were in their
Yeah, because they needed to get the defendants back to where they're headed, which is by 4:30, by 5. So they need to dismiss them by 4:30, so they can leave by 5.
Well, that's all good information. And it's good news that you finally got a judge that at least seems, and how do you really know? Because a
Yeah.
lot of these people are very good at putting on a show.
Yes.
But I mean,
It was a different DA, a different prosecutor today. It wasn't the same bald-headed one.
Uh-huh.
But still, same bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know. They took him. The judge took the lawyers to the chamber before it all started, and from the feedback from that from the lawyers was some of the lawyers were getting argumentative with the judge or with the prosecutor. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you get your phone?
No, not yet. It's still inside. Thank you.
And then after that, the judge, after seeing them get argumentative,
Yeah, I
was
know.
getting a little bit of attitude. But during the bail hearing, he was pretty fair. He was joking.
Who's auntie?
Both sides?
Yeah. So it was a good vibe from the judge.
Do you remember what Alex's attorney said this morning that he was
Oh, the DA?
a certain video that showed a certain thing? Do you remember by any chance what he's looking for? I'm wondering. I have it, so I just haven't gone back and rewatched it again. But he's asking for anybody that has videos to send them videos, and of course he's speaking for his client. But I'm sure that any videos that they have that can be used, to evidence their guilt can also be used to evidence their innocence, because what happened. Everything that happened is already out there.
Yeah.
But I think that he was asking for a specific video, and I was kind of curious to know
He
which.
didn't mention what incident, what John 1, John 2.
He did, but I don't remember what he said. So, and I didn't hear it with my ears, but I know my camera picked it up, so I would have to go back and watch it. I was just trying to. I thought maybe you might have heard it, or he might have brought it up. Okay. But yeah, that's all good news, and I'm still hoping and praying that they get bail. But see, this is all by design.
Yeah, it's Friday.
By accident.
I'm tired too.
It's all designed to just delay, because nobody suffers except for them and their families. That's it. They're the only ones that suffer. The DA doesn't suffer; he gets paid. The lawyers don't suffer; they get paid. The judge doesn't suffer. The courts don't suffer. None of the employees suffer. None of the deputies that get called over here, they're on overtime. They certainly don't suffer because they're getting time and a half or double time when they come to court. So they certainly, the only person that suffers are
Can't believe
presumed innocent, and it's all by design.
YouTube drain
The whole purpose.
the iPhone battery very fast.
So that people don't suffer
There's only
before they're adjudicated as guilty. So they don't suffer.
1 hour and 30 minutes and it's already empty. 20%.
That's the reason that I'm here. That's what I want every single, and I tell my audience all the time, I don't know if you watch my videos or not, but I tell my audience all the time, it doesn't matter if you think they're innocent or guilty. The issue is whether or not they
It's already 20%. I need to charge my phone. Can you open your car? I'm gonna get my phone. It's inside there. Thank you. Woo. Hurry. Oh. Thank you. Woo.
Charged with, and I'm just going to say, lewd acts against a minor who was granted bail. How many counts?
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna charge my phone. There's the other one.
It's out of Northern California in Chapman.
It's another piece mission. Oh, God.
That's California.
Huh.
So nothing that anybody.
What happened with the other piece?
Even if they can be proven that everything was criminal, nothing that they did here can justify what they did. It's just completely.
Damn, guys.
Yes, and nothing in my mind, watching every single video that I've had access to of all of the incidents, nothing amounts to 75 felonies and 2 misdemeanors. It's not there.
All right.
The whole kidnapping, the whole felony vandalism. Maybe.
Also,
But,
there.
conspiracy means that we got together and we agreed to go and commit a crime, and then we actually took steps towards committing that crime. So, that's up that security guard's car, and then we get in a car and start driving up Pomona. There's no conspiracy there. So whoever vandalized the car is guilty of vandalism. Nobody else. The person that vandalized it. Yet what they've done here is they've just charged everyone with all of the crimes that were committed, whether or not they committed them or not.
All right, guys.
There were 100 people there. So why don't we have 100 defendants? If that's the case, if that's the statute, if that's the element of that crime that you had to be present while the crime was being committed, there were 100 people there. Why don't we have 100 defendants here? It seems to me like certain people were targeted for certain reasons. And if just based on that statement that you're telling me that the prosecutor made, if all you need is to be present with a group of people while a crime is being committed, then there should be 100 people.
Yes, hold on. Yes, that's what I'm trying to see. Yes, no agarrarle la rima, ¿no? Crazy dog walker. It's from Mamicho Lane. Yes, they're mine from Pacoima. They come from Pacoima.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Christian Contreras. I'm here with the other attorneys, Mr. Rosenberg, Mr. Alamori, who else is here. Today we had another attempt to free the Justice 8, free the Justice 7, It was a hearing on bail. We also had what's called an arraignment on the information. Essentially, we pled not guilty to the new charges based upon the last hearing. But today, all the lawyers, we thoroughly asked for bail again. We portrayed the events how we believe the undisputed evidence shows. We expressed the evidence based upon what our clients felt, what they experienced, and we told the judge that these are activists, these are advocates, they are represented by an entire community such as you all, and the entire courtroom is here supporting them. So we'll be back next Friday at 1:30 for the judge to wrap up the hearing and determine whether bail will be granted. In the meantime, I did file an emergency appeal today for Ms. Lujan, a writ of habeas corpus. So the Court of Appeal will be hearing that, but hopefully we free the justice date soon. But if not, we do have a trial date in April 8th, and we plan on fighting this all the way to trial. Thank you.
Okay guys, Nicholas Rosenberg. I represent Eden, Alex, and Alvarado. So it's important to know that the judge was very, very beholden to the prior judge's ruling on December 28th, and that's Judge Melissa Rodriguez. She looks like a güera. I don't know, the lady with the blonde hair, if you remember her. Okay, so, yeah, there you go. Okay, so when we went to the bail review on December 28th, we did not have all of the discovery. And it was obvious to me that the judge was looking for the opportunity to deny all of our bail motions, because he kept saying, well, counsel, what's different from what you argued on December 28th in front of Judge Rodriguez? What are the new facts? What is the change in circumstance? And so I took 40 minutes. They told me I was up there for 40 minutes. And the reason I was up there for 40 minutes is that I wanted to shut the judge down on just saying I can deny everybody bail just because Judge Rodriguez already heard everything. And so that's why I started with the bench guide, which is the book for judges. So this is a new judge. I guess he's been here 3 months. And so I quoted scripture to him, the book that he needs to be reading in order to do a bail hearing. And if you remember when I argued, there's change in circumstances with respect to the defendant, but there are changes in circumstance with respect to the proceedings. So what does that mean? Remember when I talked about setting bail after the filing of an indictment or an information, and I argued to the court, Your Honor, the mere filing of the new charging document, the information, that triggers a bail hearing. And because the judge didn't want to go there if you were reading the tea leaves. And then I next argued that besides that very basic change circumstance based upon the filing of the information, there were tons of facts that were both not given to us on December 28th, substantial discovery. And when I say substantial discovery, I've got hundreds of photos that say date modified January 7th. And so this bail review was on December 28th. So there's no way. We set a no time waiver preliminary hearing from pre-preliminary hearing December 26th to starting the hearing on January 3rd. So as I told the judge, every night and every morning, Wilkinson and Richardson gave us new evidence. So again, there's no way we could have argued that to Judge Rodriguez, okay? So again, we're trying to shut down that Judge Rodriguez's ruling should stand, and I, Judge Wilkerson, should not change it. But there's more. The charges changed, and every lawyer brought that up because it's true. The charges did change, and therefore that's another change in circumstances. Now, there's also evidence that the community gave me that we acquired, and those were those community videos. So raise your hand if you ever sent me a video I don't know who's here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I told the judge, because it was important that he know, that I didn't have the video that showed that John Doe 1 was a liar on December 28th. So that means those were new facts which were not available and never presented to Judge Rodriguez. And the big elephant in the room was this idea of terms and conditions. So at the bail review, I went first and I took my swing and I told the judge my client will stay off social media. And then she said, well, counsel, how can I ensure that? How can I make sure that he's not on social media? So basically, she jacked me. And then I answered, well, Your Honor, I'm familiar with cases, for example, child pornographers, child molesters. They're ordered to stay off the internet as a term of probation all the time. But the judge wasn't satisfied. And then, like we say as defense lawyers, when judges say, counsel, you did a great argument. Denied. So that's defense lawyer humor. Okay, so at the end of my presentation, I said, and Your Honor, I'm requesting a transcript at the court's expense, and that's code for I want to take a writ on you. I'm going to the Court of Appeal. Okay, so what's my point? Chambers did a good job. Dan Chambers, who represents Gulen Acevedo, aka Jaguar, he read a lot of letters into the record, and his client was charged, I want to say, with 3 felonies, one of which was the kidnapping. But the same judge who said, Rosenberg, I can't keep Enamorado off social media, she released Gulen with the same terms. So this judge did an about face, and when it came to this other defendant, she said, no, it's okay. I'm ordering you to stay off the internet. I'm ordering you to stay away from the other defendants. I'm ordering you to stay away from the victims. So that's why I wanted the transcript, because I wanted to show the Court of Appeal, what is this? This is an equal protection problem, because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And so what I'm trying to tell you is, I had to go 40 minutes because I needed to give the judge something to think about, and he backed off and he said, there's no way I'm gonna give you guys a ruling today. I need to take it under submission. That's why I quoted all the case law. He's gonna go, he's gonna read it, and he's gonna hopefully say, you know what, Rosenberg, you're correct. And if he starts there and he rereads the transcript from the bail review, see, it doesn't really matter what the DA says. What's the DA gonna say? It's all fear, doom, and gloom. Because that's what they say to get judges to get afraid and say, we can't have Alex and Wendy and everyone else out there on the street on social media because maybe somebody will help a street vendor. God forbid. So what I'm trying to tell you is, even though we didn't win today, we definitely put points up on the board, definitely had some body shots in there, and the fact that the judge is now getting concerned, he's got to do his homework before he rules, because he knows that this is important, and he knows that the community is watching. And that, my friends, is justice. When you make the judge work, take a timeout, punt, and you force him to go back into the case law, that's the job of a lawyer, that's the job of an advocate. That's why people hire Rosenberg, because I'm trying to punch back. Now look, if the judge says no, then at least we had the opportunity to present our arguments, not truck it, and then as Mr. Contreras, Christian, where is he? He was over here. We have the right of writ review. So as I said, you know, during the break, during the update, we can take this to the next level, okay? And I thought, Damon, where's Damon? So basically, Damon made the argument, and I'll let him tell you what he did, because he kind of blew up the whole proceeding, the whole hearing with his argument. And, oh wait, hold on. This is the guy that the ladies call Rico Suave.
Yeah, that's the U.S. Constitution right there that Mr. Checkpoint has. And I want to thank Mr. Checkpoint actually, because I've been watching his Instagram reels and what have you, and I got some of my argument from his Instagram, because he posted that the same day that these prosecutors asked the judge to issue a no bail order for these folks, they gave a child molester, whom I named in court, a $500,000 bail amount. So the question becomes, and I'm expecting the prosecutor to answer at the next hearing, because I left it at that, and I'm glad I was the last person to talk, because I wanted to leave him with the question, and let's see if he answers the question. Let's see, you're all going to be here on the next court date. Let's see if he answers the question. Let's see if he ignores it, and let's see what he has to say. How do you justify giving a child molester money bail, but these folks, even assuming that everything they're charged with is true, let's assume it's all true. Let's assume that they did assaults, let's assume that they falsely imprisoned, let's assume that they were part of some conspiracy, let's assume that was the case. Why do they get no bail? Why do they get no bail? Does that mean that they are concerned more about what these folks do than what the child molester does? Does that mean that they're in the DA's crosshairs, in their radar, as opposed to the child molester? Let's see if they have the courage to answer that question at the next hearing. Let's listen closely and see what the prosecutor has to say in relation to that question, if he even bothers to answer it. Let's see. I'll make a point of it if he doesn't answer the question, but you know what? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know how you answer that question with a straight face. How do you answer that question? The fact of the matter is, we'll see. We'll see. But the point is this. The point is this, that we still have some rights in this country under the United States Constitution, for example, right? There are the Bill of Rights, you have the right to bail under the 8th Amendment. But for some reason or another, these folks don't get that right. That right has been violated, and I said that in court. And the folks who drafted that Constitution were young people themselves, like me, like all of you, in their 30s. And nowadays they say, well, you're young, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, you're young, you need more life experience. The fact of the matter is, those individuals were young men. Unfortunately, there were no women involved, or should have been. Nonetheless, they were young people, and they were, in fact, thinking about the cause of independence, of liberty, of freedom. Right? From what? From England, from the King of England. So they drafted those stipulations into the very document that is the basis for this whole thing. This wouldn't exist were it not for that document. This whole building wouldn't be in place if it weren't for that document. And yet, slowly as time goes by, those rights being eroded quietly, and this is just an example of that. Quietly, all these rights that we once had are getting brushed under the rug. The right to bail, the right to remain silent, the right to a fair trial, the right to due process, the right against unreasonable search and seizure. And that takes me back to the point that I made the last time I gave a little spiel in relation to this. Why are the police injecting themselves into our talks? Don't we have a right? Don't we have a right under the 4th Amendment against unreasonable search and seizure? Don't we have a right to free speech under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution? Don't we have a right of association? Don't we have a right to be able to publish our thoughts in the press? Why are the police hawking over us? Why are they in court staring at us and mocking us? Why? Don't let them intimidate you. Don't let them intimidate you. And maybe there are some here right now. And if they're here, listen, we're not intimidated. We're not intimidated. We're not intimidated. We're not intimidated. You talk about human rights violations in China and Russia? Fine. But what about the human rights violation that's occurring right here in Victorville? What about that? They talk about the fact that the Chinese government incarcerates people and throws them behind bars and throws away the keys. doesn't give them bail, doesn't presume innocence. They talk about that about the Chinese and Russian government, right? They talk about Vladimir Putin's dictatorship, right? And yes, that is a dictatorship. Yes, there are dictatorships out there. But practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. Don't go around acting as if you are the moral arbiter when right here in your own backyard, there's a human rights violation occurring before us. That's more than a constitutional violation. It's a human rights issue. It's a human rights issue. Because these are folks who are aimed toward the betterment of the most vulnerable in our society. The undocumented. Those who don't speak English, who aren't familiar with our customs and our laws and their rights. Exactly, 16-year-old girls who get body slammed by full-grown men. And then they come here puffing their chests, acting as if they own the place. They don't own this place. You know who owns this place? The people do. The people. That's in the Declaration of Independence that Thomas Jefferson himself wrote. For the people, by the people, of the people. So don't let them intimidate you, because at the end of the day, this is for the people, by the people, of the people. And if they don't like it, then they can go to Russia and they can go to China.
Before you go, do you have a call to action for the people here?
Yes. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. These are public courthouses. Keep coming. Don't be intimidated. Don't be intimidated. Then the strategy works. Then the strategy that, well, if we get together, they're going to say it's a conspiracy. Come. This is a public courthouse. Don't let the cops pretending to be civilians and the cops in the audience scare you. Right? The 26th of February at 8:30 in the morning. Oh, I'm sorry. January. 26th of January.
January 26th, at 1:30, we're going to resume the bail hearing. The prosecutor is going to basically try to say that we're hired. And then the judge will not make a decision that day because he's going to go.
And one other thing. To all the haters, keep hating. Keep hating. Keep hating behind your computer screens with anonymous Facebook and Instagram and TikTok accounts. With the Cheeto crumbs on the lap. And fingertips. You know, and the heavy breathing. The boot licking. Oh yeah.
Okay guys, so we're gonna wrap it up, but before we leave, just remember, don't give up hope. Actually, that lady's hella cool. Hey. One more time guys. Free the Justice, hey! 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 Okay guys, this is Rosenberg. I'm out. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, this live stream is sponsored by
Carlos.
Oh yeah. I know. Okay. Now I know. I know. Hey, bro, I don't like my face. This is
The same day that they issued it.
And did you see the other one? Where I'm at. Same day, convicted felon of the gun, shooting at us.
Right.
Attempted murder. Attempted murder. Yeah. Here, this courthouse.
Anybody got some final thoughts? Now we can wrap it up.
So, just throwing some stuff out there for the defense team.
And like you said, don't give up hope. Do not give up hope. Do not give up hope.
Maybe I'll try to look that one up. And
All right, guys, I'm gonna end it right here. I'm hungry. Thank you guys for being with me the whole day. Much love and respect. I'm out.
Same courthouse, same